This is my last bottle, and I don't know if I could get more. Hi guys, it's Rose and welcome back to Cheap Lazy Vegan and another video. Today we're gonna cook together once again. Today's video, we're gonna be making some miso tofu. We're also gonna be making a miso tofu bowl so you can enjoy it. Before we jump in, I just want to let you guys know that I am doing a trip to Costa Rica in January. And you are all invited, yes. So if you guys want to come with me on a trip to Costa Rica, you can book it using the link down below. There are 3 early bird spots available, which will save you $100 on the entire trip. And yeah, I hope you guys come with me. It's gonna be so much fun. It's gonna be a vegan trip. We're gonna do a lot of adventures. We're gonna travel together. We're gonna have a local guide to show us everything, and we're gonna eat some delicious food. So it's gonna be so fun. And also, my friend Daniel, if you guys know him, he will be coming along with me, so you can meet him as well. He's also my podcast co-host, so it's gonna be so much fun. So guys, book now. Link is down below. If you're in North America and you want to escape the January cold, you can come along. Also, the flights to Costa Rica are a little bit cheaper than some of the other trips that I've been doing, so hopefully this will be something more accessible to you. So yeah, link is down below to come with me on a trip to Costa Rica. Anyway, let's jump right in. Let's make some miso tofu. All right, guys, so first things first, we are going to take some tofu. Now, we are not going to marinate the tofu, my friends, because we're gonna be using a different method. I actually very rarely marinate tofu because, I don't know, I'm impatient. I don't plan things. So instead of marinating, I will show you a different method that will still be very flavorful and delicious. Actually, you know what, let's cut this in half first. I have a block here of extra firm tofu. You can use firm if you like as well. I mean, you could also even use medium firm. I'm using extra firm, and I'm just gonna cut it up into like these little thin squares. And ignore my nails, they are not doing well right now. Every time I try to do my own nails, it's not a good time, okay? Anyways, here we go. Let's cut it up. And while I'm cutting it up, I'm heating up the pan over here, a non-stick pan, so that it is ready for me once I've cut it up. So yeah, pieces like this. I mean, you can do bigger pieces if you want, it's up to you. So now we're gonna take this lovely pan and I'm going to add some oil. Okay, we're gonna add like a good amount of oil, not too much, but enough to coat the bottom of the pan. Boop, 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 boop. And when it is fairly hot, we're going to start cooking our tofu. I was hoping for a sizzle. It did not happen. It's not hot enough yet, I think. It doesn't matter. So we're gonna cook it on each side until it's nice and golden. Ooh, there you go, do you hear it? We're gonna cook it on each side until it's nice and golden on each side. And if you've added, enough oil, it should become quite, golden and beautiful. So I'm just gonna try to find room for every piece here. So yeah, it should take, I would say, about 3 to 5 minutes on each side to get it nice and golden. So while this is cooking up, you can prepare the sauce. This is such an easy recipe, my friends. Okay, so now get a little bowl, okay? And we are going to add and mix together the sauce ingredients. So we have obviously miso, because we're making miso tofu. So I'm just using white miso, but you can use whatever miso you have. I also have some minced garlic. If you don't know my garlic hack by now, where have you been? I'll link my garlic hack down below, so you can always have minced garlic and you never have to mince garlic. And we also have some soy sauce, and then some apple cider vinegar, or you can use rice vinegar, and some maple syrup or agave nectar or whatever type of syrup you have. Let's not waste the syrup. And then I'm just going to mix this. I'm just gonna break apart that miso paste while the tofu is cooking. And also, if you don't want to use minced garlic, you can also use garlic powder if you're like feeling extra lazy. And if you didn't do my garlic hack, then you can just use garlic powder. There we go, look at that. That's our miso sauce. Now let's check up on our tofu. So I usually take chopsticks to flip over. As you can see, it's becoming nice and golden. Now I would probably wanna cook it a little bit more. I'm just gonna do a little flipsies. I flip like a few times whenever I make tofu, just to cook it to the right consistency. You can also move your tofu around depending on where the heat is distributed. And if you're gonna make a bowl at this point while your tofu is cooking, you can also cut up whatever veggies and stuff you wanna add. I'll show you guys what I have here in a second. Just gonna switcheroo. So we want it to be a little bit more golden, a little bit more crispy on the outside. So we're gonna cook it for a little bit longer. And in the meantime, you can prepare your veggies. So I have here already some cucumbers, I have some bell peppers. You can use whatever veggies you want to add into your bowl. I also have some broccoli, and I think what I'll do with the broccoli is I'm just going to take some hot water and then just like let it sit in hot water for a bit, and that'll kind of like cook the broccoli, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna do that right now while we wait for the tofu, because you know, this is the longest part, okay? Just waiting for the tofu to cook. Okay, so let's cook our broccoli. So on the broccoli, I'm just going to pour in some hot boiled water, and that should be enough to just kind of let it slightly cook. And I also have frozen edamame beans. I'm gonna do the same because I already have, you know, the hot water. So yeah, just pour some hot water in. These edamame beans are already cooked and it's just frozen. So you can just either microwave it, thaw it out by room temp, or you could do this, okay? So these are all little things I'm gonna add into the bowl, not actually part of the miso tofu recipe. All right guys, so the tofu has been cooking now for, I don't know, like a few minutes. As you can see here, it's nice and golden, okay? You can see we're looking for that kind of slightly golden brown look, okay? And I think it's almost done. I do want to just make sure that every piece is nice and evenly golden and beautiful. This is where the oil does a lot of the, you know, the browning, okay? So, gotta love oil, okay? And you really don't need that much to make this happen. I think that's pretty much ready to go. It's lovely and browned on each side. How great does that look? Okay, so now what we do, guys, we're gonna turn the heat down a bit. Okay, actually I'm gonna turn it basically all the way off because this is gonna have a lot of residual heat. And then we're just gonna pour in the sauce, believe it or not. And then just make sure you just kind of mix it really well. Make sure every piece gets a bit of that sauce. So what you can do is you could marinate your tofu, but I just find that this is easier and it still retains a lot of the flavor. There you go. We're just gonna flipsies. And it's gonna cook up that garlic. It's smelling really nice. Maybe you wanna have your heat on like either low or medium low, depending on how strong your stove is. And then it's just going to, yeah, I'm just gonna turn it up a little bit. I just didn't want to burn the sauce, you know? You don't want to burn your tofu or your sauce. Oh, look at that. I mean, that looks pretty delicious, if you ask me. And you just kind of cook it slightly just to let that garlic cook a little bit. If you use garlic powder, I mean, you don't have to worry about that. And then that's your miso tofu. It's so easy, it's so simple, it smells so good, and it's gonna be delicious. So I do like to kind of let it slightly cook after I put the sauce in. There we go. That's it. That's how easy it is to make the tofu. And you can use this for whatever. You can make bowls with it, add it to whatever meal you want. Let's not waste the sauce. Okay, it's gonna be super flavorful. And now let's put together the bowl. So I'm actually just letting this cook a little bit longer just to get it kind of like looking a little caramelized almost. Because it's looking nice and delicious, is it not? Guys, look at this. Tell me it does not look delicious, okay? Tell me. It smells sweet. It smells so good. It smells slightly garlicky. As you can see, we're not burning anything yet because I keep flipping it over to check on it. And then I think it is time to turn the heat off. A sauce. Alright guys, so now let's make our bowls. Now again, this part is optional. You do whatever you want with your miso tofu, okay? But if you want to have it in a nice bowl, this is just what I would probably do. I like to add lots of veggies and stuff. So we have here some broccoli. So I'm just gonna use my hands because my hands are clean and it's just me, okay? So here we go. Broccoli, look how nice and green that broccoli is. It's like perfect, not overcooked, beautiful. And then I have here some cucumber slices. Again, you can use whatever veggies you want, my friends. These are just the ones that I decided to add. Beautiful. If I had some greens, I'd probably put like a bed of greens underneath everything. Anyway, and I'm also gonna add some bell peppers. I have yellow, and then we're gonna add some red bell pepper too. I just wanted to add some color, you know, some variance of color. And then this part is optional. I'm gonna add a little bit extra protein, even though this is already high in protein, but we're gonna add some edamame beans as well, because I love edamame beans. It's my fave. Just throw that in there, okay, anywhere you want. All right, and then on top, we can add our lovely miso tofu, which, ooh, look at that. Light charredness. We don't mind a little charred flavor, okay? As you can see, even just with that residual heat, it's charring up a bit, but that's okay. I kind of like it a little charred, you know? Okay, so I think let's just add however much you want to add onto your bowl, my friends. Option, you can enjoy it like this, or you can make like a little drizzle. You can make whatever sauce you want. I have a tahini dressing, which I think would go really well with this and it'll be really delicious. But today I'm just gonna do a very simple sriracha mayo, okay? Now if you don't do spicy, you could just do like a mayo drizzle. I know that's like vegan mayo, okay? So let's start with that. Just a little bit of water. This is how I do the drizzle, okay? I don't have like a little, I should probably put some mayo in an old sriracha bottle. Anyway, I add a tiny bit of water just to thin it out. Again, you can use whatever dressing, whatever sauce you want to add on top of this, but I want to keep it kind of simple, so whatever. Because the miso tofu will have quite a bit of flavor as well, so you don't really need to do like too much. So as you can see here, we've thinned out the vegan mayo. You can add a little drizzle. I just like do a little spoon and then I just like do a little, ooh, lovely. And again, you can make my tahini sauce, which I'll link down below, which is really delicious. It would go really well with this. Or you could do this, or take that, add a little sriracha, or a lot of sriracha, depending on how spicy you like it. Make a little spicy sriracha vegan mayo. If you can find sriracha right now, guys, this is my last bottle, and I don't know if I could get more. And then, so we're gonna add a little drizzle of the sriracha vegan mayo on top. Ooh, look at that. And again, if you wanna do like, I don't know, if you wanna add soy sauce in your rice, if you wanna make like a sushi rice, you can add a little rice vinegar. Oh, look at that. And now, final touches, of course you guys know, we gotta add some sesame seeds. We love sesame seeds. Just gonna top with some delicious sesame seed. Guys, I forgot to add the avocado. We'll add that. Again, it's all optional. You don't have to add avocado. Or this. This is green onion. But you guys know I love adding green onions to everything. So, okay, let's add some avocado slices. Again, this part is optional, but healthy fats, always a good thing. Let's add a few more here. Avocado slices are a little bit not the prettiest, not the best avocado out there. She won't win any awards for beauty. Yay! We've added the healthy fats. I'm gonna add a little bit more sesame seeds on top of the avocado. And then we add a little bit of green onion, because why not? You don't need a lot, just a little bit. Again, very much optional. And there you have it, guys. There are the miso tofu bowls. We got the spicy mayo, we got the non-spicy mayo, and yeah, let's give it a taste. So that is how you make the miso tofu. It is so delicious and so easy, but let's give it a try. So I'm going to go for this lovely spicy mayo bowl right here. And let's just try to get in all the little, of course you gotta get that miso tofu, a little bit of that edamame, a little bit of that rice. And again, you can make this into like a sushi bowl too. Just mix the rice with a little bit of rice vinegar, maybe add a little bit of soy sauce, and then eat this with seaweed. Oh my God, that would be so good. Okay, let's give this a try. Cheers, miso tofu bowl. Mm. 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 It's so good. The miso tofu has so much flavor, and we did not marinate it, guys, okay? We just simply cooked it, and it's so good. Highly recommend trying this, you guys. All right, you guys, so that is how easy it is to make some miso tofu. in about 10 minutes or so. And then of course you can make it into a bowl. You can just enjoy it with rice if you want. Just add some broccoli in there if you want to. Do whatever you want. You can just add these into whatever dishes to make a really delicious, high protein meal, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. Make sure you check out the link down below. There will be an entire blog post with the written recipe and the instructions if that's something you are interested in trying. Let me know down below your thoughts on this recipe. If you enjoyed it, give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And of course, guys, don't forget to book that trip to Costa Rica with me and my friend Daniel. We're doing a vegan trip in January. Book it down below. Make sure you don't miss those 3 early bird spots if you are interested in getting $100 off of the trip. All right, guys, so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!